Please be seated. Parents, family, friends, there are many, many seats in the middle. I invite everyone to come in the middle who's standing that would like a seat right behind the faculty. There are several rows of seats still open. Please take those. I plan on speaking a long, long time. You will not want to stand up. Graduates, parents, family, friends, other honored guests, welcome to the campus of Central Methodist University for our May 2019 commencement exercises. Graduates, I know it must seem odd to you that we call this commencement and we place it at the end. It's actually named that because of a day of new beginnings for you folks. We, the administration, the faculty, the staff, we have been so honored and blessed to have your presence with us while you have lived and while you have learned at this special place. But it is such an exciting time for you, even though the world has been very, very kind to me and to my colleagues, and we feel like that we are working in the most noble of professions. I suggest that any of us, as good as life has been to us, I suggest that any of us would gladly trade places with any of you, with the excitement that you have in front of you. Frankly, I cannot wait to see how you go out and make your difference in the world in the way that this amazing faculty have prepared you to do. So again, welcome. And if you would please, I'd like to make welcome to the stage our chaplain for the opening prayer.
Please join me in an attitude of prayer. Holy God, mighty and eternal, we pray today for our graduates here at Central Methodist University. We give praise for their knowledge and achievement, and we ask you to continue guiding their steps towards wisdom and understanding. We pray that these beloved children of yours will continue to excel in leadership, scholarship, and service, that they may come alive to lives of fulfillment and joy, and that they may prosper and flourish in their vocations. We pray for the families, parents, and friends of our graduates. We give thanks that they showed up for these students in large and small ways, that they walked beside them down this road. We give praise for their perseverance and dedication, and we ask you to empower them in a new manner of nurture and guidance, that they may find ongoing joy in the people their graduates are becoming, that all of our graduates may continue to find nourishment in the traditions and values of their roots. We pray for the faculty, staff, and administrators who have guided this class of graduates throughout this year of study. We give thanks for their leadership, scholarship, teaching, and service. We give praise for their graceful presence and compassionate shepherding. We ask you to empower them to persevere in the ongoing work of forming, informing, and transforming students at CMU, that they may find ongoing fulfillment in teaching and guiding as sources of inspiration, that their striving for wisdom and understanding may bear fruit in compassionate service of this community and the world, and that future classes of graduates may attain to similar and even greater heights of achievement as those who graduate today. Holy One, we invite you into this space here and now. May these words and the many memories and relationships and friendships formed over the last 4 years be a reminder of your steadfast faithfulness. In your name we pray. Amen.
What a beautiful day it's turned out to be from the way it started this morning. I'm Tad Perry, the chair of the Board of Trustees, and on their behalf, I bring you greetings and a welcome to this very special occasion. To each graduate and their families, congratulations on a job very well done. We hope you leave the campus at Central Methodist today cherishing the relationships you have built while you were here. And the board extends our very best wishes to each of you for having a successful life journey from here. And to paraphrase my fellow board members' remarks this morning in the Baccalaureate, give it your all.
Graduates, it is my great honor to introduce your commencement speaker, Mr. J. Jacobs. Lou W. J. Jacobs IV is a native son of Fayette. Using grammar far more appropriate for my Eastern Kentucky Appalachian upbringing than a commencement platform, he is the epitome of a hometown boy done good. Jay attended his junior year here at then Central Methodist College. He earned his Bachelor of Arts in Economics from Washington University in St. Louis. In 2014, WashU honored Jay with the university's Distinguished Alumni Award, and he currently serves on the Board of Trustees at his bachelor's granting institution. He earned his MBA from the prestigious McDonough School of Business at Georgetown University. In 2016, he was the recipient of Georgetown's Wall Street Alliance Award for his work in the field of global finance. Today, he's a member of the Board of Advisors and serves as a distinguished global fellow. Your speaker is the former president and managing director of PIMCO, one of the world's premier fixed income managers. During his nearly 20-year career at PIMCO, before taking the helm of the company, Jay held numerous senior management roles both in the U.S. and in Europe. He continues to serve as an advisor to the CEO at PIMCO. He sits on the board of Citigroup in New York City. One thing that I have in common with Jay, with Citigroup, I owe them money. He is a member of the board of directors of the prestigious Peterson Institute for International Economics, a top Washington, D.C. think tank founded by yet another Central Methodist graduate. But with all these honors and recognitions, all of us that truly know Jay, we all know without any level of doubt that his greatest achievement was somehow managing to convince his wife, Kelly, to marry him. For the football players in the graduating class, you will understand it when I say that we all think Jay seriously outkicked his coverage when he married Kelly. Importantly, Kelly and Jay and their 5 sons are just as comfortable in a small town like Fayette or Kelly's childhood home of Montgomery, Iowa. Indeed, they're more at home in towns like this than they are in any big city in the world. As a university founded in 1854, legacy, family, history obviously means a great deal to us. Jay represents the 4th generation of the Jacobs family that have loved this university enough to serve on its board of trustees. At the age of 24, Jay was elected to our board of trustees and remains to this day the youngest member to have ever served. His great-grandfather, Lou Wallace Jacobs, came to Fayette as the station manager for the Katy Railroad, co-founded Commercial Trust Bank, and was the first in Jay's family to serve on our board of trustees. Jay's grandfather, Lew Wallace Jacobs Jr., and his wife Amelia were both 1919 graduates of Central College. Jay's father, Lew Wallace Jacobs III, was a 1952 graduate. His mother, Daisy, was a 1951 graduate. Jay's also a descendant of Paul H. Lynn, a former Central Methodist president in whose honor the beautiful Lynn Memorial United Methodist Church was named. I asked Jay's local family here in Fayette to share with me a recollection of the first moment when they knew that Jay was destined for greatness. Their first recollection of his innovation and creativity came on the 4th of July following him receiving his driver's license. As it turns out, Jay Jacobs invented the first portable swimming pool by placing a rather large baby pool in the back of the family's Oldsmobile custom cruiser station wagon. Students, you can Google what a station wagon was. Jay's family knew that his greatness was not going to be found in the field of physics. He seriously underestimated the power of centrifugal force when he rounded a curve, soaking the family truckster. His sisters reported having to ride in a wet vehicle for some time, which I'm sure only added insult to injury, because remember, they were already going to their friend's house in an Oldsmobile custom cruiser station wagon. But Jay did find his greatness. He found his greatness in the field of global finance. And Kelly and Jay have been beyond generous in sharing their success with others. Their generosity to our local public schools, to our local church, to the Fayette Area Common Fund, and many, many other causes, it's simply without equal. Students in the health professions, the beautiful Throckmorton Center for Allied Health that you've been blessed to study in, simply would not have been possible without Kelly and Jay Jacobs. If you enjoyed being the first class in the reimagined Stedman Hall of Science, again, was only possible because of Kelly and Jay. Band and choir students, if you were in the wonderful space in Classic Hall, athletes, a few years before you came here, the campaign for Eagle Athletics that upgraded your facilities, all of these were only possible because of the participation of Kelly and Jay Jacobs. I'm sure I'm going to get in trouble for saying this because Kelly and Jay are very modest and humble folk, but I am going to say it anyway and take my chances. They are by far, by a large margin, the largest donors in the history of this university and continue to fund a diverse range of projects and causes. Kelly could not be with us today. Hopefully she's watching on the live stream and can hear our heartfelt appreciation for all that she and Jay have done and continue to do for our students. Mr. Jay Jacobs, would you please join me at the front of the stage? The honorary doctorate is the highest award that a university can bestow. Honorary degrees recognize those who have made profound and enduring contributions to scholarship, culture, and improved quality of life in society at large. Mr. Jay Jacobs, upon recommendation of the faculty, and by the power and authority vested in me by the Central Methodist University Board of Trustees in the state of Missouri, I hereby confer upon you the degree Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Graduates, introduced for the very first time, it is my honor to introduce your commencement speaker, Dr. Jay Jacobs.
Thank you all very much. I promise that this commencement speech is only going to be slightly longer than that. And it's going to be a lot more fun. So here we go. Thank you, Roger.
You're welcome.
With all due respect, which always means you're insulting someone. But so firstly, to the faculty, staff, administration, the board, I want to say thank you for the award of this degree. It's beyond my wildest dreams. I'm both honored and humbled beyond words. To my family, looking up at the camera now, back in California, Kelly, Christian, Quinn, Henry, Felix, and Angus, I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow for Mother's Day. I want to thank you for the incredible support and the love over the years. And I would just say we rise together, we fall together, we do it all together. I love you. Okay, well, now to the real business at hand here. Graduates, congratulations. You've made it. Almost, that is. So much time, so much effort. Some of you more time and more effort than others of you. But hey, we're all here today, aren't we? Parents, spouses, family and friends, congratulations to you as well. You've contributed so much to the achievements of these folks in front of me. And from all of them and from me, thank you. So yeah, here we are, Puckett Fieldhouse. I have so many memories of this place. I have been thrown out of this building more times than you can possibly count. Matter of fact, I've been thrown out of every building on this campus as a kid, except the girls' dorms. We were crazy, but not stupid. What you have to understand is that when you grow up across the street, literally, the campus is your backyard, and the buildings are your playground, your unauthorized playground. And so we had a lot of fun over here, but I want to share two quick memories, actually one memory and one story. It was the summer of 1982. I was 11 years old. I walked through that door right back there into the Cotton Fitzsimmons basketball camp in June of that year. I was uncoordinated, unathletic, and I was rocking a pair of Chuck Taylor white canvas high tops. Now, understand Chuck Taylors were not cool in 1982, right? They had been introduced in 1917. The technology was the same 65 years later. They were popular for 5 decades, but their popularity declined in the 70s, and I mean to zero. They were not fashionable, they were not ironic, they were antiques. But I did have the uncoordinated, unathletic thing going for me. So the camp began with a skills evaluation, and there was a draft, and you go into teams. And then they would post the draft results on a board right outside that door. There were 50-some kids in the junior high camp, and guess where I was drafted? Dead last. I was resilient, though, call it maybe oblivious, so I decided I was going to come back the next year. I went away, I practiced basketball like crazy for the next 12 months. Not really. I didn't play at all. Came back, same process. What do you think? Same result? No, different result. I was drafted next to last. Good news, right? I thought, hey, just 48 more years of junior high basketball camp and I'll be the first pick. And then the news came that afternoon that actually the brother of another camper had been drafted dead last, and it turned out he had age exemption and he was 9. So the first lesson for the day is, when life drafts you last, don't worry, there's nowhere to go but up. All right, now a story, not a memory. I was 2.5 years old. The scene is here at Puckett Fieldhouse again. It's 1973. The United States Navy Band was in town. For some reason, my parents thought it was a good idea to bring a 2.5-year-old to a Navy Band concert. It must have been, well, the concert concluded. My parents were chatting, and I suppose they were having an interesting conversation because some time passed, and then they paused and they said, "Wait, where's Jay?" And they scanned the field house. They took a quick look around, And they found me right over there in the bleachers, okay? Down on the floor there, front row. I was standing facing the bleachers, concentrating. Except I wasn't just concentrating. I was peeing all over the bleachers. Like, clean up in aisle 3, clean up in aisle 3. So the lesson to take away here is always keep a close eye on your kids. But enough with the stories. Graduates, let's get real here right now. Your newly minted degree marks a wonderful milestone in your life. It is just that, though. It is a milestone. It's not the end of your life's work or your life's journey, and not to rain on anyone's parade today, but as a reality check in this special moment, I am reminded of a quote from the great Clemson University football coach, Dabo Swinney. There ain't nothing less important than the score at halftime. And today, for some of you, maybe in your 30s or your 40s or even your 50s, well, you're in the second quarter or into halftime, but for the rest of you, 21, 22, 23 years old, it's just the end of the first quarter. So some very big points go on the scoreboard today, but the important matter is how will you approach the rest of the time that's left on your life's clock. Now, there will be literally thousands of college commencement addresses delivered across the country this month. And in those addresses, there will be all kinds of important messages. There will be exhortations to follow your passion, to change the world. There will be soaring oratory, not here, FYI. And of course, some joker will no doubt offer the line, always remember your mom's age-old advice, change your underwear daily. Not this address, though. We're not going any of those places. My message is a simple one, and it's a back-to-basics message. It's about the incredible power of our relationships with others and the wonderful, life-fulfilling gift we give to ourselves when we give of ourselves to others. So on to the heart of the address we go, and we begin with a quote from Mother Teresa, a Roman Catholic nun and missionary and Nobel Peace Prize winner, who died in 1997 after a long life dedicated to serving the poorest of the poor in India. And I quote, "Never worry about numbers. Help one person at a time, and always start with the one nearest you." So in building on that message, the first of our 3 quick stops is Charles Whelan, the author of a brilliant little book titled 10.5 Things No Commencement Speaker Has Ever Said. And by the way, parents and friends, if you haven't bought a gift for your graduate yet and you feel like your graduate's not worth more than $12.99, I highly recommend this book. It is a gem. Anyway, there's a section of the book that focuses on something called the Harvard Study of Adult Development. Apparently in 1938, over 80 years ago, a group of Harvard professors went searching for the markers of a productive and happy life by engaging 268 Harvard sophomores in a comprehensive study that would follow them throughout their lives and follow the lives of their descendants. The study actually continues to this day and has yielded important insights. But here's the punchline, as Dr. Whelan writes. When the director of the study was asked what he had learned from decades of tracking the former Harvard students, the director replied that the only thing that really matters in life are your relationships with other people. Let me repeat that. In terms of leading a happy and productive life, the research tells us that the only thing that really matters in life are your relationships with other people. Now, someone along the way has surely told you money can't buy you happiness. Well, it turns out the hard data actually supports that. Above a certain income level, and it's relatively low, money is actually not a good predictor of happiness. But the quality and the strength of your relationships is, and your interactions with others certainly is. In fact, it's the most important factor. So what if it comes down to this? Our lives and our happiness won't be measured by the things we acquire or the accomplishments we achieve, but in the end, it will be measured by how much of ourselves we share with others. That is what's meaningful. But human relationships are complicated, right? So how do we do that? Well, that brings us to our second stop. Water. Kidding. Our second stop is insight from 2 giants in service to others. First, Marian Wright Edelman, a longtime advocate of children's causes in the United States, and Houston Smith, who was a graduate of this institution and one of the world's preeminent religious scholars up until his death in 2016. In Dr. Wright Edelman's commencement address to my graduating class at Washington University in St. Louis in 1992, she advised us, and I quote, "Being considerate of others will take you and your children further in life than any college or professional degree." So in simple terms, if you want to lead a more productive and happier life, practice common courtesy, always. Say please and thank you a lot. And my experience, even in 2 decades in an intense, often cutthroat world of Wall Street, confirms this simple but incredibly powerful bit of wisdom. So to put a finer point on Dr. Wright Edelman's insight, I was having a conversation with my wife, Kelly, just earlier this week. It wasn't about the speech, it was about how we could be better parents. And there's an unspoken understanding when we talk about how we can be better parents. She's the perfect mom. It's all about me. I'm the work in progress. But in any event, she shared with me a little piece of philosophy, bumper sticker philosophy, which is just my speed. She had recently spotted a brilliant one recently. It read, "In a world where you can be anything, be kind." Amen to that. Now a quick story about the late Houston Smith. My sister Janet spoke beautifully in eulogizing our mother at her funeral in 2007. In chronicling the many gifts that our mother had left us, Janet told of a lecture that Dr. Smith had given right here on campus some years earlier. Now, Dr. Smith had a groundbreaking impact on the study and understanding of the world's religions during his life. His life's grounding, though, was the belief system that his parents, Methodist missionaries in China in the 1920s and 1930s, had instilled in him. And I think it speaks powerfully to how we interact and how we help one another. So I paraphrase his description of his parents' beliefs as follows. Their attitude was not that of we have the truth and the rest of the world is going to hell. Theirs was not the moralistic judgment that we're right and everyone else is wrong, but it was the certainty that we are in good hands, and in gratitude for that fact, it would be good if we bore one another's burdens. Being a friend, a family member, a parent, a coworker, or just bumping into someone on the street, every contact is an opportunity to give of yourself, to make both that person's life and your own richer. Sometimes we know the burdens that others bear, but often we do not. So be prepared in life to help bear the burdens of others. In fact, welcome it. It often takes a lot to give of ourselves in that way, but the rewards in return come back many times over. Now, for the third and final stop on the Importance of Relationships tour, I would like to share a personal story. In nearly 20 years at PIMCO, it is indeed my single favorite memory of the place and of the people. So some years ago, within a group at work, we wanted to organize a team-building event. We agreed that it would not be some of the standard stuff like bowling or go-karts or happy hour. Instead, we'd try something different. We were going to organize a volunteer event. So when the day finally came for the event, of course, it could not have come for a worse time for me. I had a huge stack of to-dos. I had hundreds of unread work emails, and I grumbled to myself a bit at the prospect of losing the rest of the afternoon. Begrudgingly, I grabbed my car keys, though, and I headed to the parking lot. I arrived at Century High School in the inner city of Santa Ana, California, a very rough neighborhood just 9 miles from the palm tree-lined parkways of affluent Newport Beach, where my office was located. School was being dismissed, and I joined my colleagues in the library for an orientation prior to the students arriving. An energetic 20-something woman named Gloria, director of student development at the school, greeted us and explained our mission for the day. We were to meet in small groups with the students, high school juniors and seniors, to review their resumes and conduct mock interviews to assist them ahead of their summer job searches. Gloria began by warning us that some of the students likely would not be very engaged with us. While all of them had signed up to be there, given the varied, in some cases very difficult backgrounds that they came from, they might not feel comfortable with us and might act or even be uninterested in our help. It was just a word to the wise, she said. Then Gloria proceeded to tell us her story. It turned out that Gloria was actually a graduate some years earlier of Century's crosstown rival, Santa Ana High School. She was the youngest of 7 children. She was a first-generation American, and no one in her family had ever gone to college. But Gloria, inspired by programs like Think Together, our volunteer partner that day, and supported by teachers and counselors along the way in school. Remember, it's all about the importance of relationships. She had become an exceptional student in high school. In her senior year, she had been accepted to Yale University on a full scholarship. But then guess what? Spring of her senior year rolled around, and it was decision time. And her parents simply would not let her go to Yale. They did not want her to leave their sight. They themselves only had an 8th grade education. They essentially were scared for her to leave, and here again, relationships showed their power. Her teachers and her counselors rallied around her to convince her parents to let her move all the way across the country to Yale in Connecticut to pursue a degree. She graduated, and you know what she did? She came right back to Santa Ana to give back to her community, to the students of Century High School, the vast majority of which are terribly underprivileged. But while that is an inspiring story, it's actually just the backdrop. It was what she said next that really touched me. In describing the students in the volunteer program who we were about to meet, she said, many of these kids come from very difficult backgrounds, but there is something awesome inside each and every one of them. And in the short time that you are going to spend with them today, you can help them on their journey to discovering what is awesome inside of them. I must admit, in that moment, I was nearly moved to tears. She was talking about a group of kids, many from gang-infested Southern California neighborhoods, many with parents who never completed high school, and she had recognized something that should have been so obvious to the rest of us. There was something awesome inside every one of them. We spent about an hour with the kids. It turned out they were interested, engaged, and couldn't have been more charming. We had been told by another of the volunteers at Think Together that we would actually take more away from the interaction than the students do. And I must tell you, that was the case for my colleagues and me that day. We were absolutely blown away by these young people. And we were deeply touched by what Gloria told us shortly thereafter as we debriefed as a group of volunteers. Apparently, as our session ended and we walked away, several of the students approached her and asked very innocently, "Are we ever going to see them again?" We had taken essentially 2 hours out of one single workday, and yet the impact on all of us would be felt for a lifetime. Graduates, I do not know you personally. We've only spent a few minutes together this afternoon on this important occasion. But I know there's something awesome inside each and every one of you. And I know you will find it as you deepen your understanding of the power of your relationships and your interactions with others, and in the power of giving of yourself. Never worry about numbers. Help one person at a time, and always start with the one nearest you. Congratulations, thank you, and God bless.
At commencement each year, certain members of the graduating class are awarded general honors for outstanding scholastic achievement. This recognition is recorded on each student's diploma. Students with a cumulative grade point average of 3.95 on a 4.0 scale, 40 hours earned from CMU, and who have completed all degree requirements graduate summa cum laude. Students with cumulative GPAs of 3.8 and above graduate magna cum laude. And students with GPAs of 3.7 and above graduate cum laude. These students are also distinguished today by wearing cords on their gowns: gold and green for summa cum laude, silver and green for magna cum laude, and black and green for cum laude. Will students graduating with honors please stand as your names are called and remain standing until all are recognized. These names will be read in rank order beginning with 4.0. Summa cum laude, Alexandra Lee Huddleston. Caitlin Michaela Landwy. Brooke Danielle Striegel. Abby Teresa Thompson. Rachel Emily Topless. Jonathan Tyler Drew. Caitlin Ellen Moore. And Addison L. McGuire. Magna cum laude, Kelsey Nicole Stunkel. Hannah Mae Morse. Mackenzie Erickson. Josie Morgan Hinkle. Bray Gabrielle Dempsey. Turner Middendorf. Angel Maria Hernandez Orduña. Marlo Romano Case. Madeline May Lyons. Emily Grace Angel. Joseph Andrew Tillman. Lauren Ashley Mann. Marina Caballo Alves. Taylor Marie Patton. Justin Michael Halter. Jessie Virginia Falk. Trista Lynn Elias. Michaela May Lewis. Ashley Elizabeth Wills. Caitlin Dawn Kerr. Stacy Melissa Solis. Barbara Eileen Chimienti. Ryan Montgomery Christie. James Edward Miles. And cum laude, Ripken Bradley Dodson. Layla Marie Pankau. Miranda Renee Wigand. Kylie Brett Tillman. Caitlin August Ray Brooks. Ryan Vogelsong. Carissa Renee Rodman. Gabrielle Navarro. Kellen Mackenzie Defendal. Autumn Brianne Young. Chelsea Lynn Cass. John Michael Hennessy. Carrie Beth Drake. Jennifer Lee James. Megan Marie Bertels. Shelby Marie Henson. And Jamie L. Cleveland. Ladies and gentlemen, our general honors graduates. Honors in the major field are awarded to students who have successfully completed the honors program, including successful defense of an honors thesis in their major field of study. The students and titles are printed in your program. I now invite Dr. Richard Bradley, Director of the Honors Program, to introduce the students graduating with the honors in the major. Dr. Bradley.
As I call you, please come to the stage with your parents and your thesis advisor. Alexandra Huddleston. Professor Shackelford is going to talk about Alexandra's thesis here.
Okay, let me share a little bit with you about Alexandra. Alexandra continues to impress me as a young woman intently focused on her academic, professional, and personal goals. Her respectful, inquisitive nature and keen knack for creative problem solving greatly contributes to those who interact with her. Alexandra has earned numerous academic honors over her college career, including Omicron, Delta Kappa, Kappa Mu Epsilon, Delta Mu Delta, and the CMU Dean's List. She has also availed herself of leadership positions and opportunities with the Student Government Association, Enactus, the Navigators, and Williams Keepers. She is also committed to community involvement, evidenced by her participation in mission trips to Uganda, Africa, Hollywood, and Puerto Rico. It is my privilege to have Alexandra in several of my classes in accounting and to serve as her advisor for the past 3 years. I was very happy when she chose me as her faculty sponsor for her honors thesis in accounting. In this thesis, Alexandra explored the cost-benefit analysis of the U.S. conversion from U.S. generally accepted accounting principles to international financial reporting standards. To paraphrase the high points of Alexandra's abstract, if I may, she explained the specific aspects of each of the domestic standards and international standards, highlighting the main differences. She then examined the benefits of convergence on international trade, taxes, and investing, including the influence of world trade in today's business transactions. Cost of the conversions were analyzed using evidence from other countries who have made the switch, and thought was given throughout the paper as to the cost-benefit analysis of moving from GAAP to IFRS. It is my pleasure to congratulate Ms. Alexandra Huddleston on her many accomplishments and wish her the very best of God's blessings to her future.
Brooke Striegel is next, and her advisor was Dr. Carnahan. He's already here.
Like many people that are called into the ministry, Brooke started off in a different direction. She was a member of our heathen business department. But God did not leave her there. Through her time at CMU, she was active in the Navigators and with Chapel Band, and eventually joined my class in Introduction to Church Leadership. Now, I don't want to take credit, but she ended up becoming a major in religion and church leadership. She went on several mission trips during her time at Central Methodist University to Nicaragua and to Uganda before her senior year. And she used that trip to Uganda as a case study for her senior thesis, which focused on Christian missions without harm, developing a sustainable theological and practical picture of Christian missions in the world. And after this, she's going to go on. She has found a place for herself in a church in California, so another mission field that she's going to. And we are all very excited for her and are happy to have had the honor to work with her here at Central Methodist University.
And finally, we have Kylie Tillman with Dr. Jackie Anson.
Thanks, Dr. Bradley. Good afternoon. I'm fortunate enough to be standing up here for the second year in a row. I also had an honor student last year. There is nothing more satisfying than having a student who is so intellectually curious and such a hard worker and so motivated. And this is exactly what Kylie Tillman is. Kylie is a double major in psychology and criminal justice. She has a minor in professional writing and publication. If she had her way, she'd probably also have a doctorate degree and be practicing medicine. She would walk in every other day and change her major and want to do something new and exciting. So Kylie's been very active here since a freshman. She's been the president of our psychology club. She's been president of our chapter, which is the International Honor Society for Psychology Students. She's been the editor of the Collegian, which is our student-run newspaper. She is also a member of Sig Tau Delta, which is the National English Honor Society. She was on the editorial team for Inscape magazine, which is an annual publication created by our humanities division. She herself is an avid and accomplished writer. She's been awarded first place honors for, the best short story and first place in the screenwriting in the most recent edition of Inscape. So Kylie has been designing and conducting original research studies in psychology since her sophomore year here. During that time, she's presented posters of her work at 3 regional psychology conferences, the most recent of which was associated with her work that she ended up completing her senior thesis on. The name of the thesis is a mouthful: Stigmatization of Previously Incarcerated Individuals and Endorsement of Punishment in Nordic Countries versus the United States. Let me give you a little quick run through here. So her thesis combines the disciplines of sociology and psychology. She started by comparing the prison system in the US that focuses more on punishment and penalizing criminal offenders, comparing that system to the prison system in Nordic countries such as Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and they focus more on rehabilitation. So she actually surveyed over 400 people in several different countries and found that indeed Americans were more likely to endorse punishment for prisoners rather than rehab. She also wondered whether stigmatization was somehow related to this. Stigmatizing is just treating people in our society sort of as outcasts because of some way that we judge them or stereotype them. So she was looking at a link there. She found, again, that Americans actually have harsher attitudes towards ex-offenders and being less comfortable with them and so on. So I know this is kind of complicated, but in the end, she's finding some very new things, making some very new connections about the connection between stigmatizing people and the way we treat people who commit crimes. And I look really forward to publishing her work with her and continuing to do some research further on this topic. So it has been a pleasure to work with her. Sorry I'm so long.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are our 2019 Honors Program graduates. One more round of applause.
I would now like to invite Dr. Teresa Cowan to the podium to present the Outstanding Clinical and Academic Performance Award. Dr. Cowan.
Hello, everyone. The Outstanding Clinical and Academic Performance Award is given to the Master of Clinical Counseling student in his or her last semester of study. The award is based on a record of distinguished scholarship and outstanding service to the community. I'm proud and pleased to announce this year's award winner, Molly Jeanette Lyons. Will Ms. Lyons please come to the podium to accept the award and be recognized for a job very well done.
And now for the conferring of degrees. Will the students who are graduating with a master's degree please rise? President Drake, these students have completed or will complete all degree requirements of Central Methodist University. They've been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees. I present them to you so that you may confer upon them their master's degree.
By the power and authority vested in me by the state of Missouri and the Central Methodist University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate master's degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto.
Candidates at the direction of the marshal, please present yourselves.
Kelly Thomas Ahrens. Emily Ann Bardot. Where's your other one? Jacoby J. Bellard. Matthew Evan Bellinger. Stephen Lee Benton. Colby Richard Blatz. Lauren Elizabeth Cowden. Reagan Cummins. Sandra Sue Hudnut. Casey Shaw Kennedy. Tiffany Beth Lehman. You nervous? Remy Laurie. Molly Jeanette Lyons. Stephen Richard Main. Jody R. McSwain. Zavon Antoine Moore. Mark David Russell. Amber Sue Silliman. Tabitha Brianne Sylvie. Nicole Marie Twinter. Matthew Scott Willis. Wesley Colin Wright. Dorothy Dawn Schmidt.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the students who are graduating from the master's degree programs. We just need a moment for musical chairs. And a few more rounds of musical chairs. Okay, you guys settle now? Okay, good deal. Would the candidates for baccalaureate degrees please rise? President Drake, these students have completed or will complete all of the degree requirements of Central Methodist University. They've been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees. I am pleased to present them to you so you may confer upon them their appropriate baccalaureate degree.
By the power and authority vested in me by the state of Missouri and the Central Methodist University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate baccalaureate degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto.
Candidates, at the direction of the marshal, please present yourselves row 1. The rest of you can sit down.
Cody Douglas Adams. Heath Douglas Agnew. Here we go. Brandon Cruz Alcala. Got it. Daniel Armando Alvarado. Emily Grace Angel, magna cum laude. Jordan Scott Ankrum. Caroline Renee Armstrong. Dustin Andrew Baker. Tracy Renee Ballou. Trevor Michael Barber. Roderick E. Beasley II. Brooks Dean Becker. Micah Edward Bell. Megan Marie Bertels, cum laude. Alex Dakota Black. Matthew Albert Blissett. Connor Scott Blitz. Madeline Alexandra Boshin. Peyton Lee Bowman. Jennifer Ann Bradley. Morgan Elise Branch. Joshua W. Bryce, honorary bachelor's. Josh Bryce transferred to Central Methodist in the fall of 2016 and began work on his Bachelor of Science degree in business with an entrepreneurship concentration. Josh was a proud member and leader on the CMU Eagles football team, and as a running back, he wore the number 32. Josh was killed in a car accident in early February and is being granted his degree posthumously. Receiving his degree is his brother, Devin Bryce. Joshua Nathan Broadus. Kendall Mariah Brooks. Alana Ray Brown. Sarah Christine Bullock. Jordan Page Bunch. Madeline Dasha Burgess. Travis William Burris. Tara Patrice Bush. Terrence Bush. Richard Byfield. Ruben Nakunda Bantu Bishimo. Kayla Ann Carr. Matthew Thomas Carr. Marina Carvalho Alves, magna cum laude. Marlo Romano Case, magna cum laude. Chelsea Lynn Cass, cum laude. Jordan Christine Kassmeyer. Cameron Marie Carpizo. Michaela Marie Kate. Darielle M. Chaco. Madison Page Chisholm. Callie Victoria Christensen. Ryan Montgomery Christie, magna cum laude. Austin Edward Jr. Cockrum. Christy Marie Cooper. Quincy June Cox. Gannon Keithley Craig. Krista Kramer. Caitlin Leanne Crawford. Mary Catherine Dahl. Bray Gabrielle Dempsey, magna cum laude. Grant Daniel Dix. Okay. Danielle K. Dickman. Carrie Beth Drake. Jonathan Tyler Drew, summa cum laude. Dylan Glenn Early. Victoria Rose Edwards. Hannah Ruth Elliott. Hannah Grace Emerson. Brooke Emmerich. Cynthia Chidima Abugasi. Mackenzie Joe Erickson, magna cum laude. Velma Catherine Ferguson. Bailey Ellis Fiddler. Alma Aquetzala Flores Puerta. Jenica Maria Foster. Kristen Day Freer. Melissa Fuentes. Isaac Blake Gibson. Maria Louise Gisness. Carlos Werner Gonzalez Taveras. Amanda Gordon. Jack Patrick Goulet. Tatiana Akin Grant. Jessica Mary Gross. Catherine Elizabeth Hawk. Casey Lee Harmon. Valerie Hager. Kristen Arlene Halford. Justin Michael Halter, magna cum laude. Sydney Christine Harmon. Caitlin Harrison. Ashley Lauren Hartman. Shelby Danielle Hayes. Christina Arlene Head. Skylar Michael Grant Head. Taylor Michaela Michelle Head. Diana Lynn Heckman. Lindsay Rose Hendren. John Michael Hennessy, cum laude. Shelby Marie Henson, cum laude. Zachary Jean Henches. Nicole Hightower. Katie Lorraine Hildreth. Aslyn Danielle Himmelberg. Brandon Richard Holland. Okay, tell me your name. Eric Van Holmes. Alexandra Lee Huddleston. Honors in the major, summa cum laude. Thank you. Amanda Joy Huffmeyer. Kaylee Rose Hodis. Lamar Rashad Holmes. Malik Devon Hughes. Tiana Marie Hughes. Zachariah David Huntsberger. Rowan Heineck. Sorry. Maria Janusovic. Grace Kathleen Jett. Amy Christine Keene. Jacob Ryan Kent. Okay. Catlin Dawn Kerr, magna cum laude. Natalie Kimball. Lajane Patrice Kimbrough. Christina Lynn Kirby. Trevor Winston Kirkman. Cheyenne Marie Necht. Tiffany Amber Necht. Luke Aaron Noble. Sierra Danielle Colin. Kirstana. Paige Kirstana Lamb. Levi Zachary Lammers. Okay. Eric Jordan Locke. All right. Caitlin Michaela Longway. Rachel Lee Leffert. Allie Mae Lemons. Dylan Thomas Lewis. Joseph Charles Lewis. Michaela May Lewis, magna cum laude. Christine Nicole Linhart. Madeline May Lyons, magna cum laude. Jana Mary Mackey. Jana Mary McKay, excuse me. Lauren Ashley Mann, magna cum laude. Cassandra Brianne Martin. Scarlett Rain McMullen. Lisa Jean Milias. Taylor Marissa Malugin. Kaylee Rose Messersmith. Turner Middendorf, magna cum laude. Samuel David Million. Nicole Andrea Milovich. Claire Monig. Taurus Lamont Moore. Deja Mullins. Lexana Ciara Morgan. Hannah Mae Morse, magna cum laude. Madison Elizabeth Murphy. Gabrielle Navarro Molina, cum laude. Brady James Neal. Sharon Nigatich. Samuel Lee Niedergerk. Gabrielle Elizabeth Omke. Brandon Okoth Ogueno. Kennedy Chidera Ogwejifer. Chijoki Donald Orizu. Natalie Oswald. Kaylee Marie Ausman. Taylor Marie Patton, magna cum laude. Sandra Marie Perkins. Caitlin Nicole Petty. Raven Kiera Phelps. Kyle Dean Hopkins. Damian Parker Probst. Daniel Lee Pugh. I had to wait for him. Addison Nicole Reardon. Brett Daniel Red. Logan Marie Reed. Carissa Renee Rodman, cum laude. Riley Robert Richards. Damian Giovanni Rodriguez. Solana Joy Romo. Jamie Allen Saw. Grant Carlton Sanderfer. Todd Allen Shapira. Casey Lynn Schuler. Michaela Michelle Schumann. Jasmine Perry Shields. Sierra Denise Stansel. Taylor Nicole Shelton. Samantha Lena Shively. Adrian C.S. Madeline M. Siegel. Santiago Sierra Santa Maria. Cole Ronald William Skinner. Kiona Gail Smith. Daniel Ray Stantorf. Luis Sterling. Brooks Danielle Striegel, honors in the major, summa cum laude. Kelsey Nicole Stunkel, magna cum laude. Alyssa Marie Natividad Thomas. Abby Teresa Thompson, summa cum laude. Deanna Geneve Thompson. Joseph Andrew Tillman, magna cum laude. Kylie Brett Tillman, honors in the major, cum laude. Alec Joseph Tonoli. Rachel Emily Topless, summa cum laude. Natalie Marie Troya. Eric Lee Vanderlinden. Kristen Brooke Van Trump. Logan Julius Vogel. Ryan Vogelsang, cum laude. Alice M. Volmer. Sophia Ann Wiley. Nicholas James Wappelhorst. Miranda Renee Wigand, cum laude. Brittany Nicole Weiser. Brendan Joseph Wiesahan. You have to have a chat. John Michael Will. Got it. Jacques Robert Welch. Hannah Elise Westcott. Ashley Elizabeth Wills, magna cum laude. Mariah Faith Williams. Brianne. Autumn Brianne Young, cum laude. Devin Marie Young. Matthew Robert Whitholm.
Thank you.
Trenton Gregory Young. You're out of order. Daniel Edward Wolf. Andrew Timothy Wooldridge. Rachel Lynn Woodall. Timothy Dale York, Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are our bachelor degree graduates. Will the candidates who are graduating with the associate degree please rise? President Drake, these students have completed or will complete all the degree requirements of Central Methodist University. They have been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees. I am pleased to present them to you so that you may confer upon them their appropriate associate degree.
By the power and authority vested in me by the state of Missouri and the Central Methodist University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate associate's degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto.
Candidates, at the direction of the marshal, please present yourselves.
Cody Douglas Adams. Brian Joshua Berliner. Jordan Elizabeth Cook. Laura Grace Hickey. Brianna Renee James. Emily Ann Murray. Erin Nicole Pollard. Casey Lynn Schuler. Derek Eugene Woodall.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are our associate degree graduates. Will all graduates please rise? To signify your graduation, please now move your tassels from the right side of your mortarboard to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to present to you the Central Methodist University Graduates 2019.
Graduates, would you please turn and face the audience? Will all parents and relatives of the graduates please rise? Graduates, please show your support to these people for the support in your studies. Parents and relatives, please be seated. Faculty, would you please rise? Graduates, please express your gratitude to the faculty for their contribution to your education. Graduates and faculty, you may be seated. It is my pleasure to recognize those graduates who have distinguished themselves and have received honors and prizes during the 2018-19 academic year. The name of each honored student, together with the award or prize won, is printed in the commencement program. I now invite all graduates who have received academic awards and prizes to please stand and be recognized. Dr. Drake, would you please join me at the podium? It gives me great pleasure to announce the top 3 senior awards: the Victoria Award, the Human Relations Award, and the top award, the Selectman. The Victoria Award is an award given annually to a graduating student who, in the opinion of the faculty and students, has best demonstrated dedication and principles of Central Methodist University. This student majored in education, is a member of the Kappa Delta Pi Honor Society, the International Eagles, the Physical Education Club. She's a 3-year captain of the women's soccer team, where she received all conference and all-American accolades. Ladies and gentlemen, Rachel Topless. Next is the Human Relations Award. This honor is given to a student showing the most promise in human relations and human adjustment. The award is given annually to a student who attempts to develop the ability to get along with others and to work well with others. This student majored in accounting, holding a 4.0, has received numerous academic honors during her college career. She is the outgoing Minister of Finance for the Student Government Association and a member of Enactus and the Navigators. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexandra Huddleston. Next is the most prestigious award given to a graduating senior. This award was established in 1957 by Bishop Charles C. Selectman, a former Central Methodist University student and a bishop in the United Methodist Church. He requested that the award be presented to the student who has displayed the following characteristics in an extraordinary degree: good citizenship on the campus, scholarship, religious leadership, moral and spiritual qualities, and outstanding achievement. This student majored in religion and church leadership, holding a 4.0. This student is a member of multiple honor societies. They were a member of the Conservatory Swingers, the student director of the Central Conservatory Singers, they were the student director of the CMU Worship Band, a tutor in the Learning Center and Writing Center. Ladies and gentlemen, Brooke Striegel.
So sorry about the thing. Here, also.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I now invite Professor Colin Brink, Chair of the Social Science Division and Professor of Communications, to join me at the podium. In 1985, Dr. John F. Kincaid, Central College class of 1934, established an award which recognizes outstanding achievement in the education and inspiration of the students of Central Methodist University. The award, known as the John F. Kincaid Award because of our creativity, known as the John F. Kincaid Award for significant contributions to education, is given annually to a person and division that best exemplify these high ideals. The John F. Kincaid Award for the 2018-19 academic year is presented to Professor Colin Brink and the faculty of the division for their dedication to teaching and learning, their devotion and loyalty to Central Methodist University, and their commitment to our students. Professor Brink, thank you so much. There's an award here from you. This time we'd like to invite our chaplain, Miss Kayla Kelly, to come and do the benediction. Sorry about that. The whole conservatory swinger thing threw me completely off. So instead, the president of our Alumni Association, Miss Laura Blair.
Thank you. Well done, graduates. Well done, all of you. Achieving your degree is a big deal, and you should be very proud of yourself. Whether you graduated at the top of your class, as many of you have done, or a little further down, like some of the rest of us might have, take a moment to bask in the glow, because it is a big achievement. So, now what? Contrary to what some people might say, I don't have the answer to that question for you. I do, however, have a few little now whats to share with you as you graduate. Now, I am here to welcome you to the family of CMU alumni. Whether you are a non-traditional student, whether you're from a CJUS campus, a nurse completing your BSN mid-degree or mid-career, or you spent all your time on this campus, you are now a part of the Central Methodist University Alumni Association. And the best part, membership is free. I know you need something free at this point in your life, right? Now you can begin to connect with fellow alumni through social media, both official and unofficial pages. Keep your information current and tell us about what you're doing through the CMU website and the Alumni Association. Join in alumni activities and many, many more ways to connect with other alumni. We encourage our alumni to support, mentor, network, and socialize with each other. Well, you know, because we're awesome people. Now you can begin to pay it forward. If you benefited from a scholarship, from your education, or from your experience at CMU, consider paying it forward in kind. Donate to the scholarship fund. $5 a month can have a big impact for a student coming behind you. Recommend CMU to someone looking for a great educational experience, or just go out in the world and do good. Whatever you can do, do that. Now, it's time for me to stop talking so you can go and celebrate with your friends and family. Congratulations, graduates. And on behalf of the CMU Alumni Association, welcome.
Thank you, Laura. Now, we would like to ask Malik Hughes, one of the graduating seniors, to come forward. As you can tell, Malik is quite the rock star on campus. Malik will lead us in the singing of our Alma Mater, so please stand as you are able. The words are on the back of your program.
I'm a hot mess. An eagle soars upon the winds of college memories. Again our hearts beat fast as we our Alma Mater praise. Upon a hill amid the trees, the eagle dared to soar. Our voices raised with joyous pride, our central we adore. Central forever, we'll sing thy praise. Alma Mater, to thee our voices raise. The playing filled the concert hall, and old familiar scenes. The faculty who care for those who wear the black and green. The years may come that Central will remain our alma mater to the last. Central forever will sing thy praise. Our alma mater, to thee our voices raise. To thee our voices raise.
As a fellow Eagle, congratulations. Please join me in an attitude of prayer. Creator God, help us to look forward in hope and to face the coming challenges, the coming changes. Empower us to look to the future with full hope, because we know that as changes arise, you will lead us safely through all things. We are your very own. You call each of us beloved, and when we cannot stand on our own, you and your people will carry us. We give thanks for each of these treasured graduates. Each of them has impacted this community in large and small ways. They have helped make us who we are. Guide their steps. Walk beside them. Love them fiercely and light a fire inside of them that cannot be extinguished. We know that each of them is capable of incredible things. Encourage them, inspire them, so that they will give the world their best. In all these things, we commend to you the work done and the work yet to be done. You know our yesterdays and our tomorrows, and we give thanks that you walk beside us in all our days. Be with us today and every day. Amen.
you.